Good evening, brethren. Right Worshipful Brother Ed Woods here to share a few thoughts and words with you. Well, here we are in the middle of the COVID-19 pandemic of 2020, and people say that this pandemic is unprecedented. Initially, I thought to myself, what do they mean unprecedented? We've had many pandemics over the course of time. And after some thought, it occurred to me that this is how we're addressing the pandemic, the documentation, data collection, which may assist with future pandemics, that is really what's unprecedented. Not having an annual communication, however, is not unprecedented. In 1945, Most Worshipful Ford Q Elvidge, in response to the War Mobilization Departments' request not to hold meetings requiring 50 or more people to travel, developed a plan not only to hold a traditional Grand Lodge, but to do so limiting it to the essential business necessary, which included the election of officers and the passage of essential legislation. With this precedent in mind, the XCOM, with careful assistance and review of jurisprudence, have developed a plan using that 1945 plan as a template. Incorporating technology, of course, XCOM continues to monitor the COVID-19 situation and will make adjustments to that plan within the given allowances of the governor's proclamations and what makes sense for the safety of our members as we plan to proceed. The current plan has been sent to the deputies and posted on our Facebook page for your review. I really encourage you to do so. I'm sure you'll have many questions, and the XCOM is more than willing to attempt to answer those questions. Speaking of technology, many lodges and districts have been making good use of Zoom. They've been holding educational meetings, getting together to enjoy some virtual fellowship, or taking care of essential lodge business. The idea is not new. Scottish Rite and Shrine have been using technology for years to conduct business. I would like for you to consider another way we can use technology, and that is to implement the 6 steps process, or whatever process your lodge uses, to get to know the men that are interested in masonry. What an opportunity to discuss masonry, ask and answer questions, and make sure they're not only a good fit for masonry, but that masonry is a good fit for them. At the Conference of Grand Masters, we were introduced to another tool, beafreemason.org. This is a partnership between the northern, southern jurisdictions of Scottish Rite and the Shrine to provide interested men with information about Freemasonry, but also to connect those interested men with lodges within their local communities. The information is passed on to the grand jurisdiction where these men reside, and all we've been asked to do is to seek out these men and put them in contact with their lodges. There have been questions as to why we cannot do esoteric work, opening and closing of lodge, on Zoom. In short, the answer is Zoom is not secure. There have been many reports of people who have had meetings hacked or compromised. So while Zoom may seem like an appropriate venue, we need to be mindful of our obligations when incorporating new technologies. Be assured that Zoom will not go away, and my hope is that after the COVID-19 pandemic, we will find ways to make use of it or like technology to enhance our Masonic experience. So the last couple of thoughts I have are, first, social media. People faced with uncertainty tend to use humor to cope and tend to be reactionary to things that are posted. 2 things I ask of you. Whatever you may find to be funny may in fact be a source of stress for others. There's a great many people out there who are struggling with the whole pandemic that is taking place right now. Humor is not necessarily the medicine that they use to cope with that. And second, we are all Masons, and we should remember to act as such. Be examples for others in how we should conduct ourselves in our communities. The second thing that I had was to take care of each other. Take care of yourself and your family. Keep an ear out for our elderly brothers and our widows. There's a lot of things that we can do to provide a helping hand, whether it's to assist with a repair, pick up some needed groceries, or medications. For many, it's just a phone call to say hello. If you come across a brother who's in need, please do what you can as a lodge to assist them. And don't forget, Masonic Charities remains open during the COVID-19 pandemic and can be reached at 844-288-3531 or by email, which the information you'll find on through the Grand Lodge website and on the Masonic Charity site. So with that, brethren, I want to thank you for your time. I miss our fellowship, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing you in a lodge in the near future. In the meantime, stay safe, stay healthy, and take care.